Hi folks, well it's that time of year, it's Christmas time, so best wishes to all of you, and for a little treat I've put out my Pike Army, my successors, my Macedonian successors, my Greek successors, or whatever you want to call them. I've been threatening this for a while, but there we go, my Greeks. So yeah, I've been collecting these over many years. But recently, over the last couple of years, I have got my act together and got some things sorted out, painted up and based. And as you know from yesterday and a couple of days ago, I actually managed to complete the cataphracti units that needed finishing after sitting in a box for a couple of years. But yeah, this is what it looks like all laid out, and I've put some festive tinsel around for you guys so you can feel very jolly while you're looking at this. Right, so that's what it looks like amassed. What I'll do is I'll take the camera off the tripod and just go around and have a look at some of the individual pieces. So what we have here are the pikes, the bulk of any Pike Army, of course. And what you're looking at now, there are 12 40-man units that are all based up. I actually haven't finished them all, so I won't let you look too closely, but I've been in the process, but I've run out of time, you know, family commitments, etc, etc. Most of the shields are card, although some, for example, like these blue, are hand painted, and we've got some over the back here, those are hand painted. Oh, and that's a hand painted one. I was quite pleased with myself for hand painting those. But I'm saying hand painted, they are actually the foundry shield, so it's quite easy. The designs are actually on there, and those as well are hand painted. But again, the designs are on. Yeah, so that's it. Most, I say, a card that I've printed my usual way, A4 print onto paper. For example, like that. This is the Alexander. Oops, that's a bit bright, isn't it? The Alexander head, or whatever it is, Macedonian head. Yeah, all printed on paper and then glued onto card. Not too bad. Come out pretty good. I mean, for example, there's no way, if you can see it, I'd be hand painting that. Far too complicated for me. Yeah, so there we go. Recently added a unit of silver shields, or white shields, but oh, can you see that yet? Silver shields, and a unit of gold shields here. Now these will be guard units when they're completed. Yeah, I've still got basing to do on some of those, finish off the basing. But yeah, that's the pikes. Now at the front here, these are my old pikes. Old pikes like me. This is only a 32-man unit. I need to probably get some extras, but it would be getting them. I think I got these in the 1980s. I don't know if they show. Yeah, there we go. Those shields were hand painted, not by me. The guy that did them pretty good. I think these are what they call Corvus miniatures. I don't know if these are available anymore, but we'll see. I may add something to make them 40-man units, but I only have 32 of each of these, but that's enough. These are often used as guard troops and held at the back. But yeah, so that's the pikes. So after the pikes we come to other things now. We've obviously got the cataphracts, which you will have seen, hopefully seen the other day or yesterday. That's the red unit there, and over here is the green unit. 16-man units of cataphracti. Here we have the companion extra heavy cavalry. As you can see, if I can lift these up, these are the half-armoured Aventine companions, and then I've got some foundry heavy cavalry and another unit here of heavy cavalry, which I think are foundry. And these are recently salvaged here, some more heavy cavalry, which were the old Essex figures. I had these for donkey's years, as I saw folks say, and I thought, right, I think I can clean them up. So repainted, touched up, too high, and put a nice stainer wash on them, and I think they've turned out pretty okay. Not too embarrassed about those at all. That's the heavy cavalry. Right, then we go on to the lighter cavalry, the Scythian types. You have seen these before. That's a bit bright, that light. Some Scythian archers here. So we've got 12 Scythian archers there, and 12 Scythian archers over here. And then up here is the light cavalry, shieldless light cavalry, which I think are from the Syracusan era, but I'm using them for my Seleucid. Seleucid, listen to me. Seleucid / Ptolemaic successor armies. Next we come to the elephants again. All finished up now. That's the basic heavily or fully armoured elephant. Fully armoured in because he's got leg armour, body armour and head armour. So we would class that as fully armoured. So we've got him there. As we move across we have another 3 there. And here in the front we have, these are the specials. I think this is called Hercules. This is the Aventine elephant they brought out last year to commemorate 10 years in business, I think. Again, a fully armoured elephant. If I can get them, I think I would like to get another 2 of these. Very nice elephant, very nice model. Tricky to put together, but trying to fit the mahout, as you can see, fit him behind the headpiece, but I managed it by I put a kind of a card washer between the head and the neck and the body to space the head out a bit more to allow the mahout to fit. Yep, so that's him finished. Then we get some basic light cavalry Macedonian types, Prodomoroi, as I would call them. Here at the front, and then we've got a couple of generals. I do need to sort some generals out because the generals need to be on multi-bases or on at least a 3-man unit. So that could be a general figure in our games, but that would just give me 1, and I will need some sub-generals. So I've got to sort that out at some point. I recently added, this is the light infantry javelin men there, and a unit of light infantry sling that I added earlier this year. Over here we've got, what have we got over here? We've got some peltastoi there, old figures revamped and cleaned up, and shields again printed by myself. And over here some Thurocati, that's the chainmail armoured guys. Again, I printed the shields and just put them on. I know these are sort of Romanesque shields, but I wasn't too worried. They look good enough for me. The flag is hand printed. Again, just taken, expanded and printed and glued on. Then we have here, we've got a unit of Thracians. Again, they were added this year. Thracian infantry, 24 of those guys. That's my artillery. I've got a couple of units of stone throwers, onager types. With I left the crews loose, so you can have 2 or 3 or 4 crew figures depending on the size of the piece. And that's everything that I've laid out at the moment. There are many more figures. I mean, I've got another 2 40-man units of Pike which have all been taken off and being rebased. Don't know if I'm going to use them because they're a totally different figure. I think they were originally a Greek hoplite figure that I was using as a pikeman, but I think I prefer the look of the foundry pike figure. For me, that's it just looks right. They're kind of medium-y figures. You can see them there standing. My OCD, I do like them all to look the same. I don't know why. That's just me, I suppose. And I'm not that keen on the 45-degree angle of the pike. It's a pain. It gets in the way. We often end up having to turn the figures around for combat because they just won't go together. But as I say, these are 40-year-old figures, so they're historic. So staying in the army, yeah. I've got more peltasts that I'm painting or basing. I've got another unit of 24 Thurocati to get sorted, And I think I'm going to get some more light infantry. What else do I need? Yeah, definitely want some more heavy cavalry, probably another 2 or 3 units of 12 heavy cavalry. Light cavalry, I think javelin armed light cavalry I need. I say I would like a couple of the Hercules, those larger elephants. I would like a couple more of those if possible next year to get those. Cataphracts are completed, that's 216s is more than enough, and extra heavy cavalry. I say I've got the 12 companions here, and having another 18-man unit here, which would be the sort of household, just regular extra heavies. I've got enough of those. Light infantry archers, I think I need to get some new light infantry archers. I tend to get my old figures out, but they look a bit dated, and I think an update, perhaps 24 or 12 new light infantry bow would be usable. I've obviously got my Celts and my Galatians, or my early Germanics, which go as Galatians. So I've not put those out because they're part of those armies, but they're also available to use. As you can see, it's massive. It obviously often doesn't get used like this unless it's a special all-day game we're doing, you know, with a 24-foot table or something, but normally there's enough here for both sides. Right, yeah, this is the army that is probably used the most because it's so user-friendly. We've just was it last year or 2 years ago, we had a campaign where we fought through various of the successor states using the army lists. That was quite successful, did quite well in that. And then lots of Pike games. We just seem to like the Pike games. Often Pike v Pike, because they are so powerful. We haven't got a Roman army to fight against them, but that might be on the cards. We're looking at, a couple of us are looking at building up some. We would need Republican Romans, so that's your chainmail, your 3rd century BC type Romans. But again, with this size of Pike army, that would need to be a lot of Romans, so we'll see what happens there. But there we have it in all its glory, laid out in its Christmas wrapping, just for you people. So I hope you like it. I don't know what more I can show you on it. I think that's everything there. I'll put some stills at the end of various units, see what you think. But, for today, that's it. Thanks for looking. All the best wishes for next year for everybody, and a Merry Christmas, as they say.